Duke looking for win number 7 on the year. ERA of 3.07.
Excellent numbers.
First pitch, strike.
First pitch, strike right on the outside corner, knees. That's what I'm looking for from Zach tonight. Stay on the middle of the plate, in and out.
1 ball, 1 strike, 75 degrees at game time. This 26-year-old making his 13th start of the season.
That bright sun out toward the west. It's going to be an issue early in this game for the left fielder, center fielder.
Well, first issue, lined into center field at McCutcheon. Ryan Rayburn leads off with a base hit. Check out Bob Walk's keys to the game, brought to you by A&L Motors.
No, we talked about Galarraga in the opener about his numbers early in the game, so let's get after him. Go to work on him first couple innings. And Polanco, he's stepping in there right now. We couldn't get him out last night. I think that would be a high priority tonight for Duke. Keep Polanco off the bases for the big boys coming up next.
His first 2 times up, the Pirates defensively had Niger Morgan swung over kind of toward left center, and then Morgan moved over toward the pull mode defensively.
Playing straight away now. That's probably where he should be, considering what Polanco did in last night's game.
3 of his hits to left, 1 to center. Last night he was 4 for 4. 1 ball, no strikes. And it's 2-0.
His first 2 hits got to the wall about where the FSN sign is out there in the left field. And that won't happen tonight with where Morgan is. Morgan will be able to cut that ball off. Last night he couldn't. You can see the FSN sign is just after the left field wall makes that turn out toward the bullpen.
Two and 1 on Placido Polanco. Marcus Timms on deck. Tigers 34 wins, 27 losses. They lead the American League Central Division by 4 games over the Twins. Actually 3.5, because the Twins shut out the Cubs today at Wrigley. Pirates at 28-33. 6 back of the Milwaukee Brewers at the start of the day in the National League Central. Cardinals a 1.5 back. The Reds 2.5. Cubs 3.5. And the Pirates and Astros both 6 back. Bouncing ball. And the shortstop Jack Wilson keeps it himself and turns that into a double play.
That was part of the problem last night for the Pirates. They couldn't get their offense going because of double play balls. Turning tables on them here. Just a real tailor-made job. Anytime the shortstop is just led right to the bag, I mean, that's the absolute best way to get to.
He and Sanchez, as good as they come, and we've shown this statistic almost all year long as the Pirates continue to lead the league in twin killings. Marcus Timms starting in left field tonight. Last night, Pittsburgher Donnie Kelly, the left-hand batter, against Snell, started in left. First base umpire Jerry Davis saying nope, he didn't offer. Tim's hitting .289, 38 at bats. Goes to 2 and 1. And Mike Everett calls that ball 3. Jerry Davis is the crew chief at first. James Hoy at second. C.B. Bucknor, he was calling balls and strikes last night. He's now at third. Hit deep toward the wall in left center. McCutcheon back. And Marcus Timms clubs his second home run of the season. It's the 8th allowed by Duke and gives the Tigers a 1-0 lead in the first.
Boy, clubs is right. I think he hit that in the ice chest. Well, that's a bomb. You got to hit it well. get it over that notch out there. Wow, I was hoping that I was going to say stay out of the middle of the plate. Greg, I don't think this middle of the plate, this ball looks like it's away.
And up and away it goes.
Yeah, it was up and away in location as far as the strike zone.
Well, Tim's back from a rehab last Sunday. Was sidelined since mid-April with a left rib cage strain.
That's why you hope to keep Polanco off the bases. Get the table setters in the dugout, so if you do give up a home run to the power guys, it's a solo shot. I like that one.
Miguel Cabrera fly ball to right and caught by Delwyn Young. Leadoff single, double play ball. Marcus Timms goes deep and Cabrera flies out. 1-0 Detroit. By PNC. Andrew McCutchen leads off, and Nyjer Morgan and Freddie Sanchez. Adam LaRoche hits cleanup. Delwyn Young, his last 4 starts, hitting .438. He'll be followed by Andy LaRoche, Jason Jaramillo, Jack Wilson, and Zach Duke. Armando Galarraga. First pitch, strike.
Galarraga really starting out well, looking at his pitch log. He had a great month of April. At the end of April, his ERA 185.
Breaking pitch misses.
And 3 straight games, though, early May, where he gave up 6 earned runs, 5 earned runs, 5 earned runs. And one of those games, the 5 earned runs, the one against Oakland, he only went 2/3 of an inning, and that's destroyed his earned run average.
Ball hit foul out of play by Andrew McCutchen. That home run total you saw on the screen, 13. Only 2 other American League pitchers have given up more home runs than Armando Galarraga. Scott Baker of the Twins and the Orioles' Jeremy Guthrie.
Home run Baker.
Home run Baker. Pop them up. And room for Cabrera. McCutchen fouls out to first.
It's weird seeing a Galarraga do something besides play great defense and match the baseball.
Yeah. No relation to Andres Galarraga. Nyjer Morgan's average .265 with 21 runs batted in. Had himself a bunt single last night.
Well, he's really getting to be a popular player today at the big sporting goods event. There was so many people that came to see Niger.
As pleasant as ever, right?
Oh, he entertained everybody, and nobody went away disappointed. But it's just his style of play. A number of people came up to him and said he's amazed by the way he plays the game continuously, hard, all the time. I don't know if you noticed or not on that long home run that we gave up last inning. I was watching Niger trying to
somehow leap into the.
Yeah, well, I was watching because I wanted to get a little bit of a feel for how deep the ball was hit. And he was just on his horse running as fast as he could right into that gap. You know, like he was about to make a phenomenal,
here it is, let's watch
catch. Look at him. Look, he's going as hard as he can. He's not going to stop till he hits
the very end.
Right there, till he hits the door. That's the only reason he stopped. he hit the door. But that's just the way he goes about the game. It doesn't matter. He's going to run until the fence stops him.
And he draws the walk. Time for our Geico quote from Armando Galarraga, talking about some first inning woes. I need to look for a way to get my first couple innings good so I know I'm going to have a good game. Last year, first couple innings, boom, boom, boom. This year, first inning, 2 runs. And then I start getting better and better and better. I've even tried drinking Red Bulls to get ready for the first couple innings. Well, we've been talking. That's our Geico quote.
Well, I think he might need to go the other direction.
Yeah.
Sounds like he
cut back a little bit on that.
Maybe he's a little
too hyped up.
Too up. Yeah.
Freddie Sanchez with Niger Morgan on at first. Morgan has 15 stolen bases this season.
I think some guys are better off having a beer before they go out and warm up. We kind of calm down. And most pitchers that I have seen, I mean, the one point where they are really all hyper and raring to go, and sometimes it hurts them, is earlier. First day, they can't wait to get to the mound.
Headed up the middle and maybe slowed down just enough for the double play. Galarraga looked like he might have gotten his glove on that. Turns it into a double play. And after 1, Tigers and Pirates are scoreless. And so many Pirates players and members of the Pirates front office taking part in this great event. Zach Duke delivers to Maglio Ordonez. First pitch swinging and bounced to Sanchez. 4-3 on the putout. Matt Capps, Ross Ollendorf, Steven Jackson, Brandon Moss, Niger Morgan, Jesse Chavez, Andrew McCutcheon, Jeff Karstens, Adam and Andy LaRoche, John Grabo, Jack Wilson, our own Bob Walk, and Tim Neverett. Pirate broadcasters on hand, Frank Cooley, team president. And thanks so much to especially the Pirates players. Couldn't do it without them. They're always willing to do things, volunteer for events in the community. Brandon Inge takes a strike. It's just another reason why these guys are so easy to root for. They're good people. Oh, 0-2. And special tip of the cap to you, Robert. Thank you, by the way. You stuck around for the whole time.
Lori had lawns for me to mow when I got home.
Thanks to Lori.
I would have stayed there all day, but
oh no, you were there just about the whole time.
I knew I had to go back and work, so I tried to make it last as long as I could.
You did. I really appreciate it.
Didn't last long enough, though. I still had time to get those.
Get the lawn done.
Get the lawn done.
All right.
Wasn't any of my best work, but it's done.
It's a weekend. You're not here for you get longer homestand next time.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's what I was. You were talking about these guys coming out. What was really impressive about it is been on the road for a week. They come home. They're only home for 3 days.
Yep.
And no days off. The one day off we're going to get Monday. That's a travel day.
Tomorrow night, a lot of the guys are doing that barbecue with the Bucks event at the Gilda's Club, hosted by Paul and Jessica Mahalam. So you're right. You're only home for 3 days, and they still take time to come out this morning. Here's Nigel Morgan, always gracious, and they do love him. Andrew McCutcheon was popular today out of the Gloves for Kids event. There's Jeff Karstens and Jesse Chavez. Zach Duke strikes out Brandon Inge. And now Gerald Laird.
I was hoping, and I still think it's going to happen, is some of these hitters the Tigers have up there, I mean, they think home run power guys, and I'm hoping that Zach can kind of keep that in check by using it against them. Keep the ball away, get the ball down, and they'll be rolling over, hitting some ground balls. I'm hoping that Jack and Andy have a lot to do tonight.
One ball, 2 strikes on Gerald Laird, the catcher, who was 1 out of 4 last night. Came over from the Rangers for a couple of minor leaguers. Ground ball. Sanchez to Adam LaRoche, 1-2-3. Detroit retired in order. Tigers up 1-0 heading to the bottom of the second inning. these days. All kinds of Penguin paraphernalia. Boy, the Dick's Sporting Goods out.
Wow, how about that? Huh?
They opened up the gates and people were just flying into the mall to the Dick's Sporting Goods to pick up all kinds of Penguins paraphernalia.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup champion T-shirts were just, they had cases of them. They were just flying off the shelves.
2-0 on Adam LaRoche. It's a fly ball to right field. Maybe enough. Did he get it? He got it. Adam LaRoche hits his 8th to tie the game at 1.
Hit that one way too high. Made us really have to sweat it out. Take a look at the location inside, belt high. I'm not sure he thinks he's got it.
I think he thinks he got under it too much. Too bad, he figures.
Yeah, he looked down like he thought maybe he just popped it up.
First row, yep. Over the Clemente wall, the 21-foot high wall in right. Didn't even have time to talk about, oh, by the way, 1-800-SAFE-AUTO reminds you you're safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for prostate cancer screening and awareness. Early detection is the cure. But promised Adam and Andy that we would say hello to Grandma. Grandma Mary Regan watches every game out of Fort Scott, Kansas. And Grandma, those guys were absolute gentlemen at the Gloves for Kids event.
Well, not gentlemen there. They're absolute gentlemen everywhere they go.
Yeah. Other kids on the field.
Both those guys.
There's a fly ball to right. That's going to hook, but Delwyn Young flirting with a home run of his own. Hit his first Pirate homer on the road.
You know, when we first came in this ballpark, Greg, we talked a lot about the Clemente wall, 320 feet. You know, going to be a place that you can get cheap home runs. A line drive to center field. Nobody up. And that home run there was kind of on the cheap side. Real high fly ball, just barely gets into that front row. Probably an out a lot of other places, but I don't think that our right field has given up over the years a lot of cheap home runs.
Well, I think you
just don't see too many of them that go into that front row.
We've looked at the numbers over the years, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, most home runs have been hit, the majority of them, if I'm not mistaken, in right center over that Comcast sign. Might be even in this year's or last year's media guide the Pirates print out every year. You're right, and I remember talking to Brian Giles about that when the first couple of years in this ballpark. There's a liner for Andy LaRoche. First and second. And Giles always said, you know, it's not as easy. 320 sounds cheap, but to lift it, get enough height to get it over that 21-foot high wall, not a piece of cake. Andy LaRoche, a solid single to right center.
See the line drive going over Polanco's head. Yeah, you know, if you do lift it to get height on it, then you're going to get a lot more carry, and then you don't need the short distance most of the time. If you left it, it's going to go halfway up.
Jaramillo takes a strike.
Basically, it boils down. That short fence just hasn't played that big of a deal in this ballpark, and the ballpark has turned out to be very fair as far as home runs.
2 on, nobody out. Armando Galarraga has addressed his early inning troubles. Check swing. Opposition in the opening inning. Opponents hitting .340 against him. .333 in the second inning.
Pretty sure the key is just getting the right recipe down as far as his Red Bulls.
1-1 on Jaramillo. That's lined into right field. This will load the bases. Sharply hit.
Some of the fans, I think, were upset that Beasley put up the stop sign, but there's nobody out. They want to run run into an out. Got a chance for a big inning.
The pitching coach Rick Knapp makes his first visit, and 4 hard hit balls off Galarraga. The one lifted over the right field wall by Adam LaRoche, and then Delwyn Young line single to center field. Andy LaRoche into the gap in right center, and Jaramillo lines it into right.
The 3-line drives. Actually, the home run ball was probably the least as far as being centered up. Obviously, Adam got underneath that one a bunch, but the other 3 guys, they hit theirs right on the nose.
First 3 innings, opponents hit .331 off Galarraga. The next 3, .241. So definitely the key, get to him early and take advantage of a situation like this. Strike 1. Delwyn Young at third, Andy LaRoche at second, and at first, Jason Jaramillo. In the hole, 0-2. One game, Adam LaRoche, the home run to tie it to start the inning. Infield at double play depth and fouled off. Armando Galarraga, a pretty accomplished magician. He's been doing tricks since he was about 16 years old. He has read books on the subject to try and get better at that hobby, and
see if he can get out of this.
Exactly.
Nobody out.
Has called him Houdini, and he is going to have to be Houdini to get out of this.
Well, he needs a strikeout. That's what he needs in this situation. And he's got Jack set up with that 0-2 count.
And Jack Wilson, base hit to left. They had him played pretty deep in left field, and the bases remain loaded. Nobody out. 2-1.
He just kept going to that slider, and even 0-2, got to be in a better spot than this. I mean, that's not right down the middle by any means, but I don't think 0-2, bases loaded, nobody out. You want that breaking ball anywhere that he can get the head of the bat to it.
Bullpen called into action already for Detroit. They are going to get Nate Robertson throwing. And Laird able to keep that ball right at the umpire's feet.
He's really gone away from his fastball. He is in total defense mode. Good block.
Delwyn Young scoring on the base hit by Wilson. LaRoche, Jaramillo, and Jack Wilson on the bases. Infield, the middle infield at double play depth. Corners are up. Here's the pitch. And it's popped up. Shortstop Everett, center fielder Rayburn, and Rayburn makes the catch.
Nice throw. He didn't. You know what I liked about Rayburn making that catch? He didn't catch it and then look and see what the runners were doing, because it doesn't make any difference. Caught it, threw it right home. He didn't wait to see if anybody was running. Why bother? Just get it and throw it home. I see a lot of outfielders, they catch it and then they're going to look and see, well, is anybody running? Yeah. Well, if they are, you might have just cost yourself the out by taking that extra little time to take a peek.
Big swing from McCutchen. Shortstop will make the play. They'll get one, and the Bucks will get another RBI for McCutchen. As Andy LaRoche scores, Wilson erased on the fielder's choice. Sixth ribby for the rookie McCutchen.
Absolutely no chance to turn a double play. I thought that Polanco might fire that ball to third. You know what I mean, Greg?
Yeah, because that's a wasted throw right there.
Yeah, you're not going to throw him out. And if you fire the ball at third, you just might catch a runner going around the bag. Just takes one step, might be far enough.
Nigel Morgan walked in the first inning.
As Jaramillo is coming into third base, you know, that ground ball was headed kind of up the middle. In his mind, he's gonna come around. He's gonna turn. He's gonna pick up the throw to first to see if it gets away. So he's gonna come off the bag at least a step or two. And if you fire the ball immediately behind him, if the third base coach is not really on top of things, you can get that double play that direction. I've seen it happen.
Nigel Morgan, count of 1-1. He's the 8th man to hit in this second inning. The Pirates leading at 3-1. Five hits in the inning. Galarraga trying to get the last out. For the wall.
Fair, stay fair.
And it is a fair ball. Caroms right back to Ordonez. Beasley's waving the runner home to the plate and out. The Bucks get one more as Morgan hits one off the wall and right. Perfect relay to nail McCutchen at the plate. The tag by Laird. 4-1 Pittsburgh. Adam LaRoche's 8th home run of the season. Started the second. Nigel Morgan banging one off the wall and right to bring home the 4th run. Pirates come roaring back against the Tigers and now lead 4-1. Adam Everett at the plate. Mike Everett calls it a strike. One and one to this veteran shortstop.
Not having a bad year. A couple of home runs, 24 RBIs. Well, he's been a very slick fielding shortstop.
A bounce back season for him. Injuries limited him to 48 games for the Twins last season. Hit just .213. Lined off the glove as Andy LaRoche went up to try and spear that line drive and almost did.
Andy going up and just slowing it down enough to actually make it a possibility for a double. The way he killed it, Jack did a heck of a job hustling out to get to that ball and get it into Freddie at second. Stop Everett at first base.
No bunt here from Armando Galarraga. He was 0 for 2 at the plate in his big league career with 3 walks.
Is he a great hitter or just a horrendous bunter? What's the deal with this? Or did he miss a sign? I don't think he missed a sign. Oh, I see now. He's a horrendous bunter. How about that attempt? Oh, my. Watch him chase the ball with the bat.
Sheesh.
Oh. I think I'd have to throw him another one of those. Another curveball here, Zach.
That does the trick. Go back to the last play of the bottom of the second inning. Nyjer Morgan banging this one off the wall.
Obviously, we had some great speed at first base, so they did a real fine job cutting this ball off, getting it in. Nice quick tag. It looked like McCutchen was going to get in with the trick slide.
Yeah.
Throws the feet up.
That's a nice job by Laird.
Might have even got the hand in there. Didn't get the call, but it was pretty close. He's trying to get Laird to go after the feet so that he can drag that left hand in. Yeah, Laird.
Right there.
Yeah, the ball beat him. Trick slide didn't work.
McCutchen.
So now, if I'm Nyjer, I'm going to have to kind of needle him a little bit about that. I hit a double. You can't score from first. I thought you were supposed to be fast.
What's that all about?
Yeah. And if I'm Nyjer, I'm saying, hey, I'm standing on second watching you get thrown out at the plate. How'd that happen? That's the kind of stuff that, especially once you get a little camaraderie going, get some wins, and the guys are constantly on each other. Every time something happens like that, they're going to hear about it.
We know those clubhouses back in 60, 71, and 79 had just that type of camaraderie. Those great Pirate teams were honored tonight before the game. Pirates paying tribute to the World Series champions on Alumni Night, and all weekend paying tribute to Pirates' first World Series champions of 1909.
I think all those guys are out in the suites.
Above the FSN sign? That's the World Series suite, Bob.
Oh, is that what
That's where they should be.
I think I see them.
Elroy Face, Bill Mazeroski, Bob Friend, Dick Grote, Bob Robertson, Al Oliver, Dave Justy, Manny Sanguian, John Candelaria, Grant Jackson, Jim Rooker, Kent Tekulve, and Chuck Tanner taking part in the pregame. 3-2 count on Rayburn. And picked off. Oh, had him. And Everett leaning. He has stolen 3 out of 4 tries. Duke concerned about Everett.
Once he gets in his mind that he's going home, he needs to totally focus on this next pitch. Doesn't want to lose him on ball 4 because he was watching Everett.
He does. Lost him on ball 4.
You got that 4 runs scored for you in the bottom of the second. You don't want to create something now. Hit that base hit, and now a walk after the pitcher was an easy out for you. And Everett's not trying to steal the base. He's just running to stay out of a double play. So all you're wanting to do is make sure he gets a poor jump. He did that with a couple of good pickoff throws. After that, okay, now forget about him. He's not going to get a good jump. He's just going to run, be very conservative. He's going to take off when he knows you're going home. He's trying to stay out of a double play. Don't let watching that runner take away from your main job at the plate.
Able to get Polanco to hit into a double play in the first inning. A bouncer to Jack Wilson. And Wilson now talks to Duke. Polanco in his 5th season with Detroit. Outstanding glove man at second. Gold Glover last year. 2 on, 1 out. And hit off the tip of Adam LaRoche's glove.
Saved a run.
To load the bases.
He saved a run. Makes the dive, keeps the ball in the infield. Here, look at this shot right down the line. You saw that ball, the way it was slicing, was going to easily get in the corner. Saved 1 run for sure. That ball from that first shot that we had with that camera looking straight down the line, you can see the way the ball moves toward the foul line as it comes off the bat. So if he doesn't touch that, it's going to hit and get right up against the railing and roll down in the corner. Watch the ball curl off the bat. It's coming back toward the foul line. That's going to hit and get right over by the chalk if that's not knocked down. Nice job, Adam.
Batter Marcus Timms now, who homered into the bullpen in center field his first at bat.
Now he's going to hit a ground ball to somebody. That's what the positive thinking Zach Duke is focused on right now. Get the ball down.
Fly ball to center. And this will produce another run as McCutchen throws toward third. Off the mark. Sacrifice fly for Marcus Timms. His second RBI makes it 4-2.
Well, I think Zach did his job. He got the ball down, trying to get the double play ball, but Timms just he beat him. That ball was maybe even a tad below the knees. He still got it in the air. Everett kind of give a couple of little scouting reports about what he saw at the plate. So the hitters will do that. Anybody that has a successful at bat, they start talking about, well, what did he do? How'd you hit that ball?
Cabrera drives one deep to center field, and McCutchen is there. Whew. That close to being a 3-run homer. Watch Zach Duke react to this drive by Miguel Cabrera. Come on, Andrew. Woo. 4-2. strike one here in the bottom of the third inning. 4-2 game. Now 0-2.
Well, Galarraga sure didn't help his first 2 inning ERA tonight, did he?
No, continued the same pattern.
It's going to hike up even higher than it was. It was in the 9s.
And Sanchez starts off this inning with a base hit to left. Close to, this is the Timms fly ball, sacrifice fly. And this is the ball that Cabrera just hit. There are two different plays there. Timms hit the fly ball to Cabrera. Take a look at what their reaction is to the Cabrera drive to center. Would have been a 5-4 game.
Well, I can see why Zach was worried about that. It looked like McCutchen kind of glanced at the wall like, I don't think I'm going to get there. He fooled me when he looked at the wall. I was still trying to get a feel for how he goes about doing things out in the outfield. Van Slyke used to do that a lot. He would
give you the impression that no chance.
He'd look up like, oh, that's gone, and then he'd have it. And I think a lot of times he did that on purpose. He got a kick out of that. They just come in and say, hey, you think I was going to catch that?
That's fun to do to a pitcher, huh? Adam LaRoche homered to start the second.
Yeah, it went up. 10:04 now.
Wow. He's talked extensively about his early inning woes. Sinkers are bad, he says. Sliders are bad. Changeup, no control. Galarraga, the 27-year-old from Cumana, Venezuela. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Galarraga seemed to come out of nowhere last year for the Tigers to win 13 games his rookie season. Picked up for very little in February of 2008. And Adam LaRoche has himself another hit. He is 2 for 2.
Doesn't look like Galarraga is going to be around long tonight. That's 8 base hits already. Doesn't have an out and a third.
And here's going to be it for him. Nate Robertson has been up again, and Jim Leyland is going to go to the pen right away.
Not fooling anybody. A lot of these base hits too, that I can't think of any that have really been all that cheap.
No.
It's just line drive after line drive.
Leyland takes the baseball, and we will see Nate Robertson, the left-hander, our Columbia Gas 8-1-1 call to the pen. Pirates lead 4-2, and action going here in the third. PNC Park, when the Pirates lead the Detroit Tigers 4-2, bottom of the third inning. 2 on, nobody out. And longtime starter Nate Robertson now coming out of the bullpen these days for the Tigers, and Jim Leyland faces Delwyn Young. Young will swing around and bat from the right side. Robertson 7-11 last year with a 6.35 ERA, 28 starts.
That'll get you out of the rotation. 6-something ERA, 28 starts.
Look out, Tony Beasley. Rifled into the seats by Delwyn Young.
Going right now, just gotta avoid hitting that ground ball.
Down on strikes.
I didn't mean like that either. Needed to get something put up in the air. I would like to see us, cash in all these opportunities. You get the first couple of guys in an inning on, that's almost a must to get at least one run out of it. Going on into the summer here, Greg, I think it's not going to be any surprise to anybody that we're not going to be a big slugging team. We're going to have a whole ton of power. Need to make the best out of every opportunity, and we sure didn't this time.
Nate Robertson gets a strikeout, and Andy LaRoche hits into a 4-3 double play. Through 3, Pirates up by a couple. Pittsburgh. Bucks trying to raise the Jolly Roger against the Tigers and even the series. What a crowd on hand.
Real nice crowd.
Game 2 of this 3-game series and 3-game homestand.
Gorgeous night.
This is what it's all about, this beautiful ballpark. It's really neat to talk to American League clubs who rarely come in here, of course, interleague play, and don't get a chance to enjoy this yard as much. They just rave about it as this ball is into left field for a leadoff double from Magglio Ordonez.
Yeah, what's really funny, how about the fans that come in from out of town that never seen this ballpark before? I mean, they look at this and they're like, what a setting.
Yep. Perfect night. Brandon Inge with a runner at second.
Good idea. You know what that does? Oh man, look at that right there. How gorgeous is this evening here? You know, that inside move that we just saw Duke make. You know what that does when it doesn't even throw. All he does is show it to Ordonez. That puts it in Ordonez's mind that, hey, I can't take any liberties here. I can't just assume he's going to go home and move toward third on his first move. That if I do that, I'll be taking a risk, because he might not be stepping home, but he might be just going to swing that leg right around toward second. So you show them that move early just to put something in their mind that just because I lift my knee up off the ground doesn't mean I'm going home. Lift my foot up off the ground and bend my knee. Which I'm having a hard time doing right now, Barry.
I noticed. What in the world did you do?
I don't know.
Was that from cutting the grass?
Yeah.
Well,
it was hurting beforehand.
Oh.
But I had the whip cracked. I had to get out there.
Hope the kids are feeling bad as they're hearing Dad whine. And maybe we should start cutting the grass for Dad. Dad, I'm trying to sleep. Quit making so much noise with that lawnmower.
No kids around anymore.
Oh. Strikes out Inge for the second time. And tonight's Aflac trivia question now.
Aflac!
You name the first and most recent Pirates inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I'll give you the most recent.
You can't give both?
First.
That wouldn't make any sense. If you're actually looking at the question and the answer before the game, why wouldn't you know both?
I forgot.
Oh,
okay.
You forgot. You forgot the Hall of Famer. On this night of all nights, you forgot. With the first inductee.
Does he have a statue that
maybe. Duke trying to keep that runner from scoring. A leadoff double. Laird bounces it to the left side. That'll keep him at second. And the fancy footwork as Adam LaRoche takes that throw to the home plate side, and the batter Laird has to avoid being hit himself.
Ducking out of the way. Did not want that ball.
You wouldn't want to hit him. Because then, who knows?
Bounce in the dugout or something.
Might score a run. No, I think it's just a natural instinct.
You're not thinking anything.
It's like when we joke about pitchers, batters not taking balls.
I don't want this ball in my face.
Yeah.
You don't know. It might be coming right for your cheekbone.
Yeah.
Here, let me hit one right here. Maybe we'll score a run. I don't think they're thinking like that.
No. Now the pitcher spot is up next, so be careful here. Adam Everett lined a ball to left field, just tipped by Andy LaRoche at third. 5 hits for Detroit. Nate Robertson will be next. Nobody warming in their bullpen.
He's preparing. His gloves on.
1 ball, 2 strikes. I guess you don't have to be out on deck the very first pitch, huh, Bob? Some leeway there.
I don't know if you have to be out at all.
No rule about that? I guess not.
No, I think it's. Well, I don't know. The trailer just told us there is a rule that says you have to have somebody on deck. But it's to your own disadvantage if you don't. Because that on deck guy is the base coach for home if there's a play there. I don't know. King of the Gypsies told me there's a rule.
The King of the Gypsies? Who would that be? Does the King of the Gypsies live in that trailer?
Yeah, he has a throne in there.
Really?
Yeah. There's some
cool hats.
Some of his minions. Yeah, those are cool hats. Like those long. Lots of penguins in the movie Madagascar.
Yeah.
They make that movie, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Those are some cool penguins right there. That's what those hats remind me of.
Are they the ones that sing "You Got to Move It, Move It"?
No, that's the lemurs.
Oh, that's right. Popped up by Everett. And Jaramillo makes the grab. So nicely done by Zach Duke. Leadoff double. And that's where Ordonez is stranded. 4-2 Buccos. Park, the Hannes Wagner statue. There's the Flying Dutchman. Might that be a hint?
Very heavy-handed.
Jaramillo at the plate. One ball, one strike. He singled in the second. Folks enjoying the river walk.
I think that's by the all-you-can-eat seats right there.
Yeah.
That's what that one line is.
They've added those some sections this year.
Mm-hmm.
They all
gotten so popular that they've had to expand. There they are. You get a wristband, don't you?
Yep. Go back as many times as you want.
Yep.
Peanuts, popcorn, hot dogs.
There they are.
Salads, ice cream. Jaramillo. Jeez, into the gap in right center. Going to have himself another double.
Leadoff double. Beautiful thing. Okay, now
they didn't cash in.
We didn't make anything of the first two hits. First two guys got on last inning. I think it's a bad sign for us in this game if we don't get Jaramillo to the plate here.
It's 11 doubles for Jaramillo. Pretty impressive. Jason Jaramillo, 11 doubles. And you're talking about a guy that has 108 at bats. See if Jack Wilson can get him in.
Pretty big hole to the shortstop side. Everett kind of dogging Jaramillo a little bit. A lot of room right in there. Going the other way. Normally we talk about Jack trying to move the runner to third in this situation, but he has the pitcher hitting behind him, and there's a left-hander on the mound. If there's a right-hander on the mound, I'd say go ahead, move him over for Zach. But with a lefty, I think Jack needs to go for a base hit here and knock him in himself.
Evens the count, 2-2. Gerald Laird with the stop.
Trying to get Jack to chase that bad breaking ball, but it bounced way too far out in front. Really challenged Laird with that one. Now Jack not trying to get anybody over with that swing. He is trying to deliver the run, and I think that's the proper way to go here.
Nate Robertson, a .324 ERA over his last 8 outings.
Nobody at first.
Side. Boy,
how about that?
Robertson nowhere near first base.
Well,
Cabrera came way off the bag.
Why is it Cabrera at first? Comes right down. You know, he did this last night once. He made a great play on it, but really it was kind of foolish because he didn't have to go over and make a great play on it. He could have just went to the bag and let Polanco make the play. That's the same thing he does right here. There he goes. That's a routine ground ball right to second baseman.
Now, is it understandable that Robertson on a ground ball like that probably doesn't race over to first, or are you taught to try and every time go to first?
I think
you're the pitcher.
Every time he needs to go to first. But that was a ground ball to second. So, having said that, yeah, it's understandable that he didn't, because he thought he just gave up a ground ball to second baseman. Oh, now where I would have liked to see him run in that situation was run over toward the dugout. If you think about it, you got a runner at second base and that slow roller to second base. If he's breaking over anywhere, get over by the dugout, because if that throw gets away at first base, there's nobody that can go get it. Catcher can't run over there. There's a runner now at run at third. Mm-hmm. So that's where he should have been going. Mm-hmm. He should have been heading right over that way.
Duke misses the bunt, 7 sacrifice bunts this season, so he's been real good at it, but now he's in the hole 1-2. Trying to move Jack Wilson to second. Missed it. He's a strikeout victim. Second K for Nate Robertson.
Where's the duck at? Get the duck out there.
And the Aflac trivia question. the first and most recent Pirates inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Honus Wagner in 1936, Bill Mazeroski in 2001.
Oh, by the way, Craig, I knew that before I looked at this.
Did you really? I believe you. I believe you.
Well, remember last year I took a trip up to Cooperstown.
That's
checked
right.
Everything out, man.
Mazeroski, and I think they're in the World Series suite, second level left field, I believe.
Above the Kinnamantle sign.
McCutchen fouls this ball out of play.
I don't see Maz. I was looking up there earlier. I don't see him in there.
Oh, 0-1 on Andrew McCutchen. One ball, one strike. McCutchen has fouled out to first and grounded into a forced play. There's Teak and Elroy Face. A lot of the others are behind the glass there in the suite. Runner will go. Pitch in the dirt. Jack Wilson is there.
If the ball bounces, Jack's moving. I think he's the best I've ever seen at this. I've said this numerous times. I mean, the ball is blocked right at the plate. It doesn't roll 2 feet away, and he still moves up without a play. And how many times has he done that in the last 8 years?
Anticipates it so well. Now base hit brings home a couple, and it's 3-1. Pirates lead 4-2. They scored those 4 runs in the second. At third base, Jaramillo, he led off with a double. Jack Wilson moving on the wild pitch.
And they're going to go the intentional walk.
So the intentional walk issue. They'll face Niger Morgan, the left-hand hitter, in time for the Aspen-Dental play that made you smile before the game, honoring some previous World Series champions, John Candelaria, Bill Mazeroski, Chuck Tanner. And the first pitch, they all fired the first pitch out to the current Buccos. Sangy with Matt Capps. The Aspen-Dental play that made you smile. Morgan ground ball left side, backhanded Everett to the plate.
That was not an easy play. Everett made it look pretty easy.
He always makes things look easy.
Yeah, look how far he's cheating. Up the middle comes about 3 quick steps to his backhand, and not much time to set feet or anything. He throws a perfect strike to the plate right there. That was a better strike than Maz threw we just saw.
Maz, I thought it was perfect. Strike on Freddie Sanchez. Sanchez 1 for 2. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bucks do not want to squander this opportunity. See if Sanchez can pick up one of his patented doubles. The league leader.
But just a little flare. One of those little fillet of fish to right. I'll take that.
Oh,
looky here.
How about a grand salami for Steady Freddie? Grand slam home run in Pittsburgh's PNC Park.
Well, we didn't have to yell at that one long. It got out of here pretty quick and easily cleared the fence. That landed a good 30 feet back into the stands.
His second career granny. His first since August of 2007.
That makes a better game of it.
I do. Home run number 5 on the year and a grand slam.
Take a look. Location. Belt high. Middle of the plate. Not much reason to even watch that one. There's no chance that one was going to come back.
Ready, Sanchez with one swing drives in 4 and gives the Bucks an 8-2 lead.
The Pirates have not been doing much as far as power of late. They've cashed a couple over the fence tonight now. 5 of their 8 runs coming via the home run.
Down on strikes goes Adam LaRoche, but for the second time in his career, Steady Freddy has hit a grand slam home run, and the Bucks now lead 8-2. Beautiful night, beautiful scoreboard, 8-2, top of the 5th inning. Josh Anderson is going to pinch hit for Nate Robertson. In the 5th inning.
We asked for him to cash in, make use of those runners. Didn't quite expect a grand slam home run.
No.
I wanted to see a fillet of fish. Scored 2, I'd have been happy.
He would not have it. He hit the slam. Ryan Domit
hit the whole fish.
Hit the other grand slam this season, April the 11th in Cincinnati.
Head, tail, gills, everything. No fillet.
Jack Wilson will retire Josh Anderson. Speaking of Ryan Domit, continue
doing lately
to watch him go through some baseball type drills with the non-throwing hand.
That right hand totally still. He's not allowed to do anything with it yet.
He's been catching some in the bullpen, but even after he catches, he has to hand the ball to somebody else to throw it back to the pitcher. But he's getting there. In the meantime, Jaramillo and Diaz have done just an absolutely tremendous job filling in.
Yes, they have. You know, if Domit was calling the shots, he'd be pinch hitting already. It's tough to hold him back. It's to play so bad.
That ball drilled to left. And Ryan Rayburn goes deep, his 4th.
Get him up, make him solo jobs. That's why you love pitching with a lead. You can be aggressive into that mitt. Let them take their hacks. long as there's nobody on base, go after him. Now Zach didn't want to wait for that one. He just looked right around and asked for another baseball. Something about watching them land, Greg, that just, it's hard to do. You know, unless it's a real question in your mind and you're trying to talk it back into the ballpark. But
other than that,
it's like, no, you don't want to see it.
Polanco is the second out.
And you always want a new ball right away, too. Some umpires, they'll make you wait until that guy comes all the way around, touches home plate. Hated that. It's a home run, give me another ball. I want to stand out there. Once you get the ball in your hand, at least you can start fiddling with it, rubbing it up, something to do other than just stand there and think about you just threw a long one.
Duke gives up 2 home runs tonight. Rayburn with his 4th of the season. Last time out against Atlanta, Duke gave up 3 5 days ago at Turner Field. Tim's homered off of him in the first and had a sacrifice fly in the third. Andy LaRoche gets him. Solo homer for Rayburn. The Pirates at the halfway mark lead by 5. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Josh Anderson remains in the game. He's now in left. And the new Detroit pitcher up again with the Tigers is Ryan Perry, as Jeremy Bonderman was placed on the disabled list yesterday. .24 appearances now for this rookie. He was struggling, was headed to the minor leagues after giving up a bunch of runs his last few outings. This ball grounded to short. High throw, but Cabrera comes down on the bag to retire Delwyn Young.
Hey, looking at his stats, he got some fine stats. Cabrera climbs the ladder. Just barely got down in time.
.96 on the gun there from Ryan Perry.
96 with movement. She's, it almost looked like a slider. Well, really cut. That one looked more like a conventional sinker. Doesn't look straight. This is supposed to be a fastball the outside corner. Yeah, that one was straight.
Grounded to Inge at third. '2009 Pirates baseball on FSN Pittsburgh, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is ready when you are. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on. Jaramillo 2 for 2. Bounce to Everett, the bare hand, and retires Jaramillo easily, the broken bat. Bucks go down 1-2-3 for the first time. Lead 8-3. Wax Oliver Onion. And
there could be some suspensions handed down after
I would
race.
hope so.
I got to believe that, yeah, in fact, you should hold on to your tickets. I think there's an inquiry. Hold on to your tickets.
And still, the bloodied Saul still has time for the fans.
He's a mess. How dirty he is.
Cabrera 0 for 2. There they go.
Superstars. It takes literally a half hour to get to the stand.
Look at all the security around them.
They'll give you so many pictures, autographs.
That's great. They do have time for everybody, huh?
It is amazing. The one time that I was allowed to participate, the memory I have best is how crazy the fans were afterwards when you're walking through. They're just all over you.
Hit hard to right center. McCutcheon is there.
Made it look easy. Hit rather well. McCutcheon on the horse and kind of just slowed down to the baseball. You don't want to, as an outfielder, I don't think you want to actually try and speed up to get there. You don't want any of those course corrections in direction or speed. Get there early, and then you can relax.
Andy LaRoche will cut off the shortstop, retire Ordonez. Time to check out our day automotive this day in Pirates baseball history. In 1980, on June 13th, Willie Stargell goes 4 for 4, 2 homers, drives in 5. The Pirates beat the Astros 5-3. Our this day in Pirates history. Thank you, Day Automotive.
I guess the Astros didn't say before, don't let Willie beat us today, because he did.
What would it have been like to watch Captain Willie launch balls over this right field wall?
That'd have been fun. They'd have to have buoys out there marking the different places he landed out there, the farthest one. Was that 1980? That's when I came into the league. And a lot of those stadiums are gone now, but every one of them all over the place had some faraway spot out there that was marked. And it was always like, well, what's that for? That's where Stargell hit one. That's where Stargell hit one. That's what no matter where ballpark you went to, all around the National League, they had some seat somewhere where Stargell hit
marking
one.
A home run of his. Nice pick there from Andy LaRoche onto his brother. And for the second time tonight, Zach Duke enjoys a 1-2-3 inning. Buccos lead 8-3. A hit away earlier in the ball game from Adam Everett. Almost. The Coors Light Freeze Camp brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. We continue to be amazed at
see that building over there?
The sights at PNC Park.
The one way, the tall one? That's where Willie hit one.
Jack Wilson 2 for 2.
Yep. Put a star there for Willie.
Stargell Star.
There we go. It looks kind of like a.
I'm not sure what that looks like.
Chrysanthem.
Chrysanthem?
Yeah, some kind of a flower. Not my best effort at drawing, but you get the picture.
Yeah, it is fun to think about what Willie would have done. One and one on Jack Wilson. Line drive, and Jack Wilson is 3 for 3. He's into second base.
You know, there's a young man down in Lynchburg that we might be talking about.
That's a good point. Pedro Alvarez, you're right.
20 years from now, what he.
Talking about some of the mammoth home runs
here, yeah.
he hits. Three for 3, Jack Wilson. Now Zach Duke, who has flied out and struck out trying to bunt a runner back in the 4th inning. See if he can succeed here against the right-hander. And he pushes it foul.
Beasley looking in to JR. JR gives him the signs. He gives him the Duke. I used to why not just have the player look in the dugout? Take the middleman out of it.
Yeah.
Never could figure that out.
I'm surprised you never asked anybody that. Why didn't you ask Rich Donnelly or Jim Leland himself?
Well, to be honest with you, a lot of the signs do come out of the dugout. A lot of that looking down to third base is a decoy a lot.
Two and one.
Leland, a lot of times, especially at Three Rivers, because everything was so close. And the on-deck circle was 5 feet from where he sat. I mean, he would tell you, before he went up there, say, hey, second pitch going to be a hit and run. Act like you're going to bunt, pull it back and swing. There'll be no sign. He'd tell you right then, there'll be no sign. A lot of the, green light or red light, all that stuff would come from the bench. You would never look to the third base coach to see if you have the green light. If you were going to run, you would look in the dugout. That's where you would get it. And it wouldn't necessarily be coming from Leland. Could be coming from a coach. Could be coming from a player. In fact, well, I'll bet you some of the first signs that Gary Varsho ever gave was probably the green light when he was a Pirate. Speaking of green.
It's not easy being green.
But he loves being green. That parrot is a happy bird. He was at Dex today.
Oh, liner to center field. That was hit hard into center.
That's how you get a guy over.
Zach Duke puts runners at first and third now. That's a solid single.
Oh, what great hit. Look at this form he's got. I mean, tell me that's a pitcher swinging a bat. He's got as pretty a swing as anybody in the club.
He does. Look at the Southwest field.
It's like Mark Grace. A little high with the throw.
Good looking swing, yeah. Zach Duke.
A regular player hits that ball that can run a little bit. He goes to second on that rainbow to the plate. Zach did not take advantage of that.
Infield in. Andrew McCutcheon takes a ball. Duke grew up a big Texas Rangers fan. Obviously a fan of Nolan Ryan and position player Rafael Palmeiro. He said as he was growing up, he always tried to copy that swing.
To spot Mark Grace took in Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, McCutcheon on the 96 heater. McCutchen was also there, and Bob mentioned we didn't want to forget to mention the Pirate Parrot out at the Dick's Sporting Goods Gloves for Kids event. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCutchen walked intentionally and aboard when Freddie Sanchez hit the grand slam in the 4th. 2-1 on Andrew McCutchen.
We were mentioning Pedro Alvarez as maybe somebody in the future that they're talking about, all the tape measure shots he hits at this ballpark. I noticed his Lynchburg Hillcat jersey had a nice sized bid on it.
You're right. Alvarez
already pretty popular.
Yeah. Lynchburg Hillcat jersey signed by Pedro Alvarez as a part of the silent auction, and that did have a nice dollar figure on that one. And at some point, I'm going to ask you to indulge me and let me thank a lot of the people behind the scenes. Oh, ball right back to that limestone. And Jack Wilson started to the plate, and it came right back to Laird. But the wild pitch will allow Duke to go to second.
Gotta be careful with the stones back there. Can't ever assume that, oh, there goes the ball, I can move up, because this could happen. Right back. Now Zach, he can take off because he's pretty sure that, I mean, Laird's not going to try and throw the ball all the way down to second base with Jack looking to score. He could have just about walked in a second.
McCutchen into right field.
Greg, you see the location of that pitch?
Yep.
How do you hit a line drive with that ball? Wow.
He's an impressive guy. His second RBI of the game, 7 already. This just his 10th game in the big leagues.
That ball's maybe 4 inches off the ground. He shoots it in the right.
Jeez. Wrist action there. Liner to right. Smiles for Andrew McCutchen. Check out tonight's Deal Automotive Farm Report.
What do you got, Greg? What do you got?
News from the minors. Well, I mentioned that a knee injury will cost Neil Walker 3 to 5 weeks. He had been out for a while with a hand injury and trying to come back. So the Indianapolis Indians third baseman and former first-round pick going to be out for several more weeks. And he had started to turn it on at AAA Indy. So we're rooting for Neil Walker to get back as soon as possible.
And a phenomenal glove at third base. Everybody just raving about the defensive work he has done down at the hot corner in the last couple of years.
Infield is in all the way around, and it's line foul. Jolly Roger almost got
plunked.
Yeah. Watching there, Roger.
He's a big target. He's a tall man.
Jolly Roger, JR. Somebody in the trailer said this is the Jolly Dodger. Whoa.
Whoa, look out.
Olay.
Come on, Jolly.
Line foul again by Niger Morgan. One ball, 2 strikes. Another run in. Pirates leading at 9-3. Bucks with 14 hits.
Okay. Niger's trying to line one off the Jolly.
Ground ball.
Uh-oh.
And Niger Morgan going to hit into yet another double play. Hadn't hit one in his big league career up until about 3 weeks ago. And I believe that's his 4th in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. And that first one he hit into, he actually had beat the play. It was a bad call, but since then he's just got like some kind of double play virus he can't get rid of. An unusual one there is that ground balls hit the second. McCutchen has to stop. He can't just run into the tag. And the veteran infielders pull the double play off with ease, getting the force and then having to go to the rundown.
Freddie Sanchez, a grand slam his last time up. Facing the rookie Ryan Perry. Perry, a first-round pick last year out of the University of Arizona. Nate Robertson was pitching in the 4th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Sanchez, his second career granny. Pirates have a multi-homer game for the first time since May 25th. Adam LaRoche went deep in the 2nd inning. And 2-2.
Laird getting a workout, isn't he? Got these young guys with these snap hook breaking balls all over the place. Laird is standing on his head.
Didn't let that one go through the 5-hole.
I got it. Yeah, didn't quite make it up here. Yeah, some jobs are tougher than others, I guess.
Stays at 2-2.
Hey, Jolly and the Parrot both just kind of kicking back, watching some ball.
Watching some offense. A 9-3 lead.
It's Jolly. Keeping his eye on things.
Appropriately named Jolly Roger, huh?
Yep.
Ball going to be popped out of play. I mentioned that the Parrot and a bunch of the players were on hand earlier at the Dick's Sporting Goods for the Gloves for Kids event, thanks to Michelle Mejia, Melissa Brzezinski, Mike DeMars, Lorraine Moorhead, Laura Callop, Val Kircher, Brittany Banks, Lauren Farrell, Julia Drost, Michelle Killinger, Haley Volzer, Hallie Doherty Brill, Joe Sheehan, Joe Kramer, Angela Crisella, Jason Witzberger, Chris Stevens, and Kevin Conrad. Finally, Perry strikes out Freddie Sanchez. The Bucks get another run, the RBI from Andrew McCutchen, and lead 9-3. where the Pirates lead the Tigers 9-3 in the 7th inning. Zach Duke had a 1-2-3-6. Catcher Gerald Laird leads off. We remind you these two clubs hook up tomorrow afternoon. Concluding game of the homestand.
Hopefully the rubber match.
Turn back the clock day. Pirates trying to replicate in a way
the quiet
the old
stadium.
days. Yeah, no more tomorrow anyway. Video board will be shut down.
They're going to try and make it like 1909.
Zach Duke trying to imitate Babe Adams from that 1909 World Series. The Verizon Road ahead tomorrow 1:30 here on FSN. Then on the road, interleague play continues against the Minnesota Twins for 3. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, both 8 o'clock starts. Thursday afternoon is a radio-only game on FM News Talk 104.7 and the Pirates Radio Network. The Verizon Wireless Road ahead. Hopefully the Pirates, when they reach the second half of their journey on this upcoming road trip, will face a cooled-off Colorado Rockies team. 2 outs. Follow the Pirates on your iPhone and iPod Touch with MLB.com at Bat 2009, featuring play-by-play, video highlights, and live audio broadcasts. Visit Pirates.com on your iPhone or iPod Touch to purchase. Josh Anderson was a pinch hitter in the 5th, stayed on to play left field.
Foul ball. Almost looked like they hit him in the hand. Came up and got Anderson while he was in the batter's box. There it comes right up.
Oh, is that
close?
Close?
No! Oh, it hit the knob of the bat after
Wow.
he threw the bat away. If the umpire thought he did that on purpose, I believe he could be called out. But that was accidental.
Another easy inning and 8 straight set down by Sir Duke.
Pitch count's in great shape.
After 6.5, a comfortable 9-3 lead. And turn back the clock game. Both clubs going to be wearing throwback 1909 uniforms, and all kids 14 and under get one of these ice cream bowls courtesy of Trib Total Media. Get tickets to this or any Kids Sunday game. Call 1-800-5-BUCKS or visit Pirates.com. And all players going to be greeting fans at the gates from noon to 12:30 tomorrow.
Look at that ball. That is no plastic cheapie. That's a heavy-duty ceramic ball. It's got a lot of weight to it.
That ball going to drop in for a base hit.
I was thinking today, Greg, while we were at Dick's, signing the autographs, what a great autograph item that ball could be.
Yeah.
With the silver Sharpie, get a bunch of autographs all around the outside. Be classic ice cream ball.
I still don't know what you're going to do because it's for kids 14 and under. You want one badly, I understand. Bobby C. making his 26th appearance.
Maybe there'll be some kids outside scalping them after the game. I could, pick one up like that. I just want to know how Steve's going to, next Sunday home
toss
game,
those out.
Throw those out, yeah. Not that he hasn't ever thrown something heavy out of the booth before.
Yeah, I know. There it is. But did you know?
I didn't know he played
50
basketball.
Years. Yeah. He's a great athlete at Connecticut High School. His pitch is lined into right field. Runners at first and third as Delwyn Young has his second hit. And the Pirates just keep swinging the bats no matter who Leland throws out there. 16 hits.
They're having a breakout night. Things have been a little tough last week or so as far as getting a lot of runs in. Not a lot of home runs. They get 2 of them tonight to go along with a whole bunch of base hits. This has been fun to watch.
Andy LaRoche 1 for 3. 3-hit night for Jack Wilson. Jason Jaramillo on deck has a couple of hits. 3 hits for Adam LaRoche. Picture perfect night. Everywhere you look, beautiful sights. Hope to see you here tomorrow. Evan Meek might be looking at Meek for the 8th inning.
I think so. Well under 100 pitches at this point. Maybe 90, 91. He's at 90. King tells me.
King Toma.
King of the Gypsies.
Infield looks for 2. Trying to get this one in the barn. Two and 2 on Andy LaRoche.
At one point, you get a nice lead. The complete game for Duke, it really doesn't make any difference. You're thinking long term. You're thinking the rest of the year, keep it fresh. I mean, if you're up by a bunch, why not give them the rest of the night off? No reason you have to throw over 100 pitches every 5 days.
Bobby C. with the strikeout of Andy LaRoche. Time to check out the Home Depot doing more on defense. Tigers have gotten some double plays, but despite that,
doesn't matter.
Yeah. How about that? Pirates have scored 9, collected 16 hits.
Think how bad it would have been without all those double plays.
The Home Depot doing more on defense.
That's why with 16 hits, 9 runs, you've only left 3 on base all night to this point. They had those double plays. So they did more on defense, but not enough. Sometimes more is just not enough. He's only a couple of hits away from being over 300. For a guy that had the reputation of being a defensive catcher, it's not too shabby. And it's not just throwing singles out there, as you were saying, Greg. Speaking of Denver, he's hitting some doubles this year.
Count remains 1-2 on Jaramillo, who came over from the Phillies. Ronnie Paulino deal.
I haven't seen him hit a whole lot from this side of the plate. I would be curious to see, how, which side is his favorite side. Can he handle hitting right-handed? His home run came right-handed off Johan Santana. That's a pretty good sign that he does swing the bat well from this side. Goes down here. Can't come up with a 92-mile-an-hour heater.
Jack Wilson, who is 3 for 3.
Bad pitch to hit. Looked like it was about mid-thigh. Maybe outside half of the plate.
Jack Wilson had a 4-hit night April the 8th against the Cardinals and May 18th against the Washington Nationals, adding to his career total 13 times now. And he is 3 for 3 at this moment. Craig Monroe to bat for Duke should the inning continue. Fly ball to center. Rayburn there. Pirates leave a couple. Couple more hits, and they're on top 9-3 onto the 8th. Pirates leading 9-3 onto the 8th inning, and Zach Duke goes back out there.
Had me one of those McCafe coffees today.
Well, what'd you think, Bob?
Very good. Very
Coffee
good.
connoisseur that you are.
I really enjoyed it. I thought when I got over there you'd have coffee for me, but you didn't, so I had to Go out to the food court there at Robinson.
Well, I'll note that for our next Gloves for Kids event to make sure we have coffee ready for you. I thought you'd have coffee here tonight in the booth, but you don't.
It's in the radio booth next door.
Yeah. Jeff Mitchell on the truck reminds me, we should communicate more often.
It's the trailer, by the way, not the truck. A little bit outside, but I kind of thought Duke's day was done when we saw Monroe come out on the on-deck circle. Meek was thrown in the bullpen. Back out there for more.
If he were to have a breezy inning here, he's retired 8 in a row. You see the pitch total.
Well, I don't know. I think with this huge lead, that might just take advantage of this and give him an easy game, even if he was to have an easy inning.
Jaramillo.
One away. No!
Oh! He got it the second time.
He had to do it the fancy way.
Sure. No Luis Castillo for Jaramillo.
Yeah, got a little fancy. Oh, that's a home run in an elevator shaft. Pop.
Go! Let's stay with it. Did you happen to see Luis Castillo last night?
No, I didn't see that.
2 outs. They're up by a run. The Mets against the Yankees. Bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah.
Runners at first and third. Okay. 2 outs. Frankie Rodriguez, K-Rod out there against A-Rod. A-Rod pops it up. Shallow right. Second baseman backpedals. That's Luis Castillo. A-Rod slams his bat down in disgust, knowing it's the last out. They're going to lose. Castillo, boop, out of the glove. Drops it. Mark Teixeira was running all the way and scored the game winning. Classic.
Well, speaking of classic, how about your
Milton Bradley classic?
Yeah. How about
Larry Walker?
Yeah, that was classic.
Milton Bradley, the Cubs right fielder, took a fly ball. This ground ball easily retires Polanco 6-3. The Twins.
There's 2 men on.
It's a fly. Yeah, runners at first and third. 1 out.
1 out. That's the key here. 1 out.
Fly ball to right. Milton Bradley, who had lost a ball in the sun 2 innings earlier, this time catches a routine fly ball in right field and just freezes it there.
Well, he kind of side saddled. Caught it too, almost with his back to the infield,
and then turns to
and held it for a while.
The fans in right field, kind of having fun with him. Like, see, I can do it. Held it there for a couple of seconds, and then takes the ball and tosses it into the right field seats.
That's pretty classic. And he was having a bad day to that point. Little whipped cream on top.
Donnie Kelly, Pittsburgher, bats for Perry.
Started last night
in left field at batting third.
Right, that lineup in the 3 spot.
Played for the Pirates a couple of years ago. Pop up to Nigel Morgan, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Duke. So we will see. Would John Russell let him try to go the distance? He's due up to lead off the bottom half of the inning. 9-3 Pittsburgh. Watch this last out.
Niger on the run, right here, off the wrong foot. Hits Jack. Now Jack's going to fire it back. Keeps his feet in bounds, behind the back, in the stands. That's why they love him. He's always having fun.
Easy breezy. Niger Morgan. Well, Ramon Vasquez is going to pinch hit for Zach Duke. And facing Brandon Lyon.
Beautiful game. I'll tell you, Zach, if he can get on a roll with some W's, could he get a nod for an All-Star game? ERA's in good shape.
Should improve to 7-4.
You'd like to see him get the double figures and wins, and if he can get that ERA no higher than it is now, if you can get double figures and have an ERA in the twos, boy, you got a shot, a real good shot at getting in that game.
Great ending for him as he retires the last 11 men he faces. Allows 6 hits, 2 of them home runs.
The home runs are solo shots. There's many pitchers that have pitched in a lot of those All-Star games that gave up tons of home runs, but they're solo home runs. And that's what you do. If you're aggressive in the strike zone with nobody on base, you're going to throw one over the fence every now and then, but it's not going to beat you.
Vasquez grounds to first. Bringing a group out to PNC Park. Great way to experience Pirates baseball. Whether your group is 20 or 2,000, Pirates have a package perfect for you. Ask about the Hats Off package. Your group can get a field box ticket and Pirates cap for only $20. Pirates.com/groups. Check that out or call 1-800-5-BUCKS.
2,000, that's a group.
Yes, it is. And so is 20.
That's 20, yeah, that's a group. 2,000.
Fly ball to center. McCutcheon.
That's a lot of hats.
Second out. A lot of hats.
Do we have that many hats here?
We've got them.
I'm sure they keep them where they got the ice cream balls in. I've been trying to find those ice cream balls.
Bet you have. Put Blass on the case.
I would if he wasn't in the Great North.
He and his wife Karen enjoying a vacation up in Alaska.
What the heck is going on? Oh, 5-0.
Stabbed by Lyon. Pirates retired in order. 3 more outs to go to even this series against the Tigers. Stats. Pirates fielding percentage right up there behind Philadelphia.
Catching it all.
Infield has been outstanding. Andy LaRoche, Jack Wilson, Freddie Sanchez, and Adam LaRoche really doing the job this year. Outfield has been outstanding. Been a fun team to watch.
You know what LaRoche means
Buccos.
in French?
La Field. La Glove.
Catches everything.
La Glove.
Really?
La Glove.
Oh.
You did not know that.
No. Means the glove.
Yeah.
So how do you say aggressive to the glove in French?
Aggressive to the glove.
To les rouges.
To les rouges. Aggressive.
Sound like Pepe Le Pew.
Jesse Chavez at the plate, on the mound. At the plate is Miguel Cabrera. And a 9-3 Pirates lead. Bucks out hitting the Tigers 16-6.
And a lot of fun at the ballpark tonight. Great night, great crowd, great numbers on the scoreboard.
Deep to right. Off the top of the Clemente wall.
Just a single. It's all right. It's a
Nicely
single.
played by Delwyn Young.
Just a single.
See, Delwyn Young has played a lot more right field his professional days than he has second base. Pirates trying to convert him to second. They say he has made progress.
Nicely played off the wall.
Ramon Santiago runs for Cabrera.
Off that wall, though, you got to have a little bit of luck going your way, because it's hard to plan which way the ball is going to bounce.
Yeah.
There's too many different surfaces out there that can hit and do a lot of different things.
You see there's a fence in front of that scoreboard that came right down.
You got to give yourself some room, I think, and then just hope for the best. Get the chain link fence. There's the metal pipes, the railing.
Down at the base is the cement.
Yeah.
Can carry him off that.
And you got some padding on the two sides of the wall, but where the foul pole is, and then down at the other end. You don't know exactly what you're going to get. You see the padding just to the right of the 320 sign.
Billy Murillo out there, isn't he?
The good shots down the
sir,
line.
Billy. It's a great night to be a camera person.
You kind of squeezed in behind that pole.
Well, yeah, because you like to hide your secret weapon, Bob. You don't keep him out in the open. Let everybody see him. You want the Tigers to steal Billy away?
No.
I don't.
Check it. He might have swung.
Checking with the home plate umpire on that.
Maybe Ordonez wants to check it. Like, shouldn't you check? They called that a ball, didn't they?
Well, now I'm not so sure. What's the discussion here?
I don't know.
They're trying to find out what the count is. It's 2-2 instead of 3-1. So
no reason to check that.
Yeah.
It's one of those 9-3 calls in the ninth.
Three and 2 now on Ordonez. Zach Duke 3 outs away from win number 7 on the year.
95 right on by.
Check out tonight's leader stat update on our Fox Box, brought to you by Bridgestone Firestone. Most wins at PNC Park, Zach Duke.
Uh-oh, don't look behind you.
Yeah, 1-2. There they are.
I don't think Josh is coming on strong at this point. But those guys could be neck and neck trading that back for a while. Back and forth. Be nice to have a Smoltz Glavine type deal for about 10 years.
Wouldn't it though?
They're on the verge of pitching like that. Both of them.
It's now 3-0 on Brandon Inge with a man at first, 1 out, and a 9-3 Pirate lead. Tomorrow afternoon, turn back the clock day. All youngsters 14 and under get an ice cream bowl thanks to Trib Total Media. Players greeting fans on their way into the ballpark from noon to 12:30. The walk puts runners at first and second. And it's Ross Ollendorf tomorrow against Dontrell Willis. FSN is teaming up with Pirates Charities to host a live auction June 30th. Bid on great items like a Chicago road trip to see the Buccos, an opportunity to run in the Great Pierogi Race, and more. Remember, it's all about the kids when you place your generous bids on Tuesday, June 30th, here on FSN. Bob and I will have that one.
We'll be on there, I think. Yep. We're scheduled to work the auction.
Yes, sir. Gerald Laird. Oh for 3.
All right, Jesse, just start pouring it down the middle now. Got a big lead. Nobody walks.
That's what Kerrigan's going to tell him.
Tell him same thing. Might not be as soft-spoken as I was, though. I think Joe can get on these guys a little bit at times.
Yep.
No, I don't know if he's doing it right now, but
he can.
He'll tell them what they need to hear.
And just in case, Sean Burnett. One and one.
That'd be a great name for a reliever. Just in case. Probably should be a lefty.
Probably so.
You spoke with Tommy Sant the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad you mentioned that because I said, you know, one of these days we were going to talk a little bit about you. He said, be nice.
Oh, here it is. 2 outs in the ninth, or well, 1 out.
Tommy Sant.
He's laughing now because I messed up the outs again.
One-time manager for Bob Walk.
Yep, one of our all-time favorite coaches.
Fly ball, McCutcheon on his horse. He's there. 2 down. Runner will tag and move to third. And now the Bucks 1 out away. So Adam Everett will come to the plate. Another look at McCutcheon. You can just see each and every game how much more confident he is getting. And first couple times out, different look at these ballparks, different stadiums. Not the real good jumps on the balls, but now.
Well, this stadium here, I think he'll get comfortable in real quick. Of course, he'll see it a lot more than the other ones. It's not going to take him long at all. That first one he had to figure out. Minute Maid Park, that one had to be a little difficult for him. Looking up into the rafters and all that stuff. But the first night, I think they had the roof open, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yep.
But he'll be learning the rest of the season. Learning the pitchers.
And McCutchen.
That'll do it.
Raise the Jolly Roger. The Pirates have defeated the Tigers. And Zach Duke improved.